Welcome from the home of the New York Mets, Citi Field in Queens. The World Series on MLB The Show coming up. It's the Miami Marlins going up against the New York Mets. First pitch coming your way next. Just about set to go. So here's the lefty, Jim Cock.
Great sinker. Although it's not his primary pitch, it's really a pitch that he can go to. Misses the barrel of the bat, gets ground balls, and lets the defense work behind him.
And at the plate for Miami, Ronald Acuna Jr. That one fouled off. Swing and a miss as he was late.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Got him swinging. Honus Wagner, the next up for the Marlins. And there's a foul ball. One down, base is empty. Misses the zone and he gets him to chase.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Fights that one away and the count remains 0-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. That one back there. Gone! Big Dog's gotta eat. He hammers one out to right. It's 1-0.
Well, Boog, I feel like we're seeing more of this these days than we ever have before. You've got high velocities on the mound. You've got stronger hitters with really good pass to the baseball. So much power in this sport. Opposite field home run. I tell you what, I feel like I see at least one every day, and that was an incredible job to keep that ball fair.
Rips one to left. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
In the dirt. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily into second, and he's got a double.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. I really like that swing, man. He didn't just push it the other way through the infield. He drove it that way, and it kind of makes me think he was thinking opposite field as he stepped into the box. Got a pitch he liked, and he got it done.
Rolled softly, but that goes foul. On the ground. On to first. And there's 2 down. In there safely. And up next for Miami, Cy Young. Swings through that.
Wow. That's not even close to the zone.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Rodriguez up with it to first. In time, the 2-3 strikeout ends the inning. Back here at Citi Field. And towing the slab here, Cy Young. Chris, what should we keep an eye on here with him?
Well, that 12-6 curveball explodes out of the hand, and because he's able to throw the high fastball at the top of the strike zone for a strike, hitters commit to that pitch, and before they know it, they're swinging over the top of that curveball.
And stepping in for New York, Mickey Mantle. Nice grab. Over to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Tommy Edman at the plate. Chris, he's their team leader when it comes to RBIs. Hit on the ground up the middle. That's a base hit. And the postseason success continues for him.
Everything came together perfectly for him right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And here is Jeff Bagwell. Squirts away a little bit. Runner takes off. Pitch is low. No throw, safe at second. One out and a runner at second here in Game 4 of the World Series. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. Coming home. The throw in. He's safe. It's 3-1.
Well done. Drives in the run. Pretty tough for the infielders to do anything with that one. He pulled it hard into the outfield, and even when you keep it on the ground, it feels great when you hit a missile like that.
Derek Jeter in the box with one away as he takes ball one. And a swing and a miss there. Man at first, one away. Swings through that one for strike two.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the end. Trying to find that sweet spot on the bat. Tell you what, you're going to be trying to catch things out front, so off-speed pitches may be a good complement to that fastball.
Ken Griffey Jr. now at the plate. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. Reigns going back on this one. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. The fourth game of the World Series. And now for the Marlins, Matt McClain. And he swings through that one. In the postseason, you see just how important every last play can be. You never know what's going to make the difference in the end. Swing and a miss, and that's strike two.
Like you said, Boog, every play is so pivotal at this point of the year. As a player, you've got to be locked in. Can't make a mistake that could cost your team the season.
Edman slings to first, and quickly one away in the second. Ernie Clement, the next to hit. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Swings and misses at the pitch off the plate.
One strike.
That one found hard the other way. Here's the 0-2. Spoils the two-strike pitch, and he'll see another. One out, base is empty. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Here's a big power threat. Pete Crow Armstrong. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
0-1.
Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt.
0-2.
Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt. Gets to it onto first. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him, and that's that. Back here in Queens, bottom of the second. And stepping in for New York, Judy Johnson. And when you talk about elite defensive third baseman, this guy is at the top of the list.
Stud. When you look at players like this, you play that hot corner, got to be pretty courageous over there with the way balls come off the bat. That's the kind of guy that every year you expect him to be in the All-Star game and have a Gold Glove, if not a Platinum Glove.
Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Under it is Acuna to make the grab. And there's one down. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Pudge Rodriguez. Year in and year out, this guy an MVP candidate. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. So what are the skills you look for that make a really good defensive third baseman that elite?
Well, Boog, one of the things I think about immediately are just the feet. Does he have good feet? Is he able to quickly react? And when you have good feet, you've got soft hands. And soft hand defenders are able to make tough plays look easy.
One down, base is empty. Fouls it off, still 1-2.
When you look at the ability to save runs defensively, but then also put runs up on the scoreboard, that's the kind of player that every championship team needs to have.
That's a laser base hit. So a man aboard now with one away. And it gets by him. Still finds a way to get off and throw.
Hey, he beat it up.
So man aboard, one down, and it's Tatis at the plate. That's a little bit low. And a foul ball. Rodriguez over at second, one down. On the ground to the left, and it goes just foul. Got him. Two gone now. Jim Cott up now for the Mets. Up the middle. Whips it to first.
He's out.
Out number 3. On to the third inning. Here's Acuna now. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
The next offering misses, and the count now 2-0.
Been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
2-2.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. And now the shortstop, Honus Wagner. He's already homered in this game. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Throws to first in time. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the third. And now it's going to be Oscar Charleston. Singled and scored his first time. They say he went. Charleston, 25 years old, usually in the outfield, but today he's starting at first. And the slider just misses.
Always concerns me a little bit making that move from the outfield to first base. Just how you work that bag. Don't want to have a collision with the base runner.
2 outs, base is empty. That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. And that's a 2-out double. So runner at second, 2 down. And now Tim Raines. Runner breaks for third. In the air, left field. Mantle drops steps, heads back on it. And that'll do it. And welcome back to the ballpark. And now the big-time power threat, Mickey Mantle. Young back to work. And foul ball. K is his third of the game. And next for the Mets, Tommy Edman. A single and a run scored and a walk. That misses the zone, and that's ball one.
1-0.
Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Ripped to short. Wagner with the throw to first. And two straight set down to begin the bottom of the third. Two down, base is empty. And now Jeff Bagwell singled and drove in a run his first time through. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-2.
Foul ball, still 0-2. That one laced to center and a base hit. And that keeps the inning alive.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. Against good pitchers, you've got to take advantage of the mistakes. That was right in his wheelhouse, and he didn't miss a stitch.
Jeter stands in with two away as he takes a ball. Two balls, no strikes to count.
Well, he looks more focused at the plate and working the count after that first at-bat strikeout.
Hit hard on the ground is short. They take the force out. That's the inning. As we go to the top of the fourth. Now it's going to be Gabriel Moreno. Chop to first. And a foul ball. Could be extra bases. So man aboard. Here's the pitcher. Marlins making a move for a pinch hitter. Kyle Schwarber.
Pretty surprised they're going with the pitcher off the bench here, Boog. I mean, they must be trying to save what they have left in terms of position players for later or something.
In the dirt. Runner at first with no outs here. This one in the dirt. Runner on the go. Swing and a miss.
1-2.
High throw. Save. Punch too late with the toss. Runner in scoring position. Nobody out here in game 4 of the World Series. Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Ball arrives too late. He's on safely after the drop third strike. And at the plate for Miami, Matt McClain. He's 0 for 1. And a foul ball.
You know, these Marlins showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. It's not just the 3 runs they've already scored. On top of that, they forced this starter to throw more pitches than he wanted to at this point of the game.
It's through for a hit. Moreno around third. Not in time. He's safe.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Just a simple ground ball the other way. They've had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the
runner on the go in the dirt. McClain up to second. Runner at third holds, so both runners are now in scoring position. Late swing, fouled off. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Man, it's so frustrating. You got a couple of runners on. You want to try to drive in at least one run. Maybe you get a little too big with the swing. Pops out right there, and I tell you what, nobody's more frustrated with that at bat than him.
Pro Armstrong stands in here, takes ball one low.
Ball, no strike.
In the dirt. No advance. Good job behind the dish. Out to short.
Puts a run on the board and picks up an RBI. Takes an inside pitch and just fillets it over there to left field. And that's all he had to do is get something to the outfield grass to push that run across.
Bounding ball here. Rolls foul. The 0-1. And it's caught for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And that is out of play. Here's the pitch. It's a double steal. Johnson. They limit the damage here. And we're back. Now here is Ken Griffey Jr.
Griffey Jr.
And first offering is fouled off.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
A dive, he's got it. And that's a great play for the out.
Wow. That will be a highlight. That was incredible.
So up next for New York, Judy Johnson. Hard hit left side. Throws to first. Already two gone here in the home fourth. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Pudge Rodriguez. Doubled his first time up. And it's fouled off. Two outs. And it's fouled away. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Got him swinging. Gets to it, on to first. That completes the strikeout, inning over. The fourth game of the World Series. And now for the Marlins, Oscar Charleston. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a line drive and a base hit up the middle. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Having himself a really nice game at the plate. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
And the batter now, Tim Raines. Reaching for it and brings it in. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off. 2 down, base is empty. And here's the catcher, Gabriel Moreno. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand, looks so good, and then By the time he gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
0-2.
Outside low. 1-2 to count.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact. So not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
And that'll get down for a base hit. And that keeps the inning going.
Really nice job of two-strike hitting in that at-bat. Pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Good job to fight that one off.
Well, he gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself. And
well, that's a strikeout, and that'll do it for the inning. Back here at Citi Field, we head to the bottom of the fifth. And stepping in for New York, Fernando Tatis Jr. They've got a potent lineup. And when you think Eric Gagne gets the call from the pen.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
Gagne, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
Hitting to the net, number 3.
Swing and a miss. And that is strike one.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, stuff is just too good to fail.
Mantle in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike.
And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are. Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Now pitching to the left, number 71.
Top of the 6th inning. Now it's the second baseman, Matt McLain.
The second baseman, McLain.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle and a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
The first baseman,
So digging in, Ernie Clement. 0 for 2 in this one. Swing and a miss. 0-1. Clement measures 6 feet even. Runner takes off, and that one fouled off. Nobody out. Runner at first. That's off the inside corner, and the count 1-2. Battling here as he fouls it away.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated.
Runner goes again. Got him swinging.
It's just not a good
throw. Save. That's a stolen base. And up next for Miami, Pete Crow Armstrong. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
No ball, one strike.
One out, the runner at second here in Game 4 of the World Series. Runner takes off for third. Got him swinging. No throw. Safe at third. It's a stolen base. And now he's up to 3 stolen bases in the game. Back to the top of the lineup. And now the right fielder, Ronald Acuna Jr. And ball one. Rogers. He's kind of a prototypical bullpen arm in today's game. Electric stuff that results in a ton of strikeouts in a tough spot like this. And that is that. Back here in Queens. Now here is Tommy Edman. Gagne back to work. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
Well, these Mets just lacking discipline at the plate in this ball game. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. Jeff Bagwell will hit next. Swings and misses. That's strike one.
No ball, one strike.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
0-2.
Cut on and miss. Struck him out. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And next will be the Mets cleanup hitter, Derek Jeter. And that one wrapped foul. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. A little out front there as he swings through it.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Got it! And how about that? It's an immaculate inning. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set for the start of the inning. And at the plate for Miami, Honus Wagner. Edge of the zone for a strike. It's 0-1.
Well, and at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike one here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
The shortstop takes the ball. Foul ball still, a 1-2 count. Bagwell hauls it in for the out. And there's one down. Oscar Charleston getting ready to hit. 3 for 3 with 2 singles and a double. And that one finds its way through.
First pitch swinging, went up there with the plan to be aggressive. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team to bat right there.
Runner on the go. Fought off foul. Check on the runner, and he dives back in safely. Charleston leads off first with 1 away. On the ground to third, might be 2. Johnson over to second, on to first, double play, and that's the inning. And we're back. Now at the plate, Ken Griffey Jr.
Griffey Jr.
Swings and misses. Strike one. Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Clement makes the catch, and there's one gone. Judy Johnson up now for the Mets.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Swing and a miss. Strike one.
No ball. One strike.
And he blows that one by him at 100.
0-2.
Bounce to third, and that's just foul. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. So up next for New York, Pudge Rodriguez. 1 for 2. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten.
This one swung on and hit well. Way back there. And that one's gone. A shot to the opposite field. It's 5-2.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
And the batter will be Fernando Tatis Jr. First offering, and it just misses. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across late here in game 4. And that's in for a strike.
1-1.
And 1-1. Right through there for a strike. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. Ready to begin the 8th. Now it's the Marlins catcher, Gabriel Moreno. That one fouled off. Tatis snags it. 1 away. Pinch hitter coming on now in the pitcher spot. Lance Berkman looking to start something with 1 gone. Swings through that one. 0-1.
0-1.
And a swing and a miss.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
Cut on and miss, struck him out. 2 away. 2 outs, base is empty. Matt McClain, the next up for the Marlins. He swings and fouls one off. 2 down, nobody on. Here in game 4 of the World Series. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So they bring on their closer in the 8th, Adam Ottavino.
Pinch hitting for the Mets, number 28, Matt Olson.
And the first offering, a fastball for a strike. Just missed.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. In the air, left field, down the line, and that lands in no man's land, a foul ball. Fights that one away, still 1-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That's off the mark, and the count is even 2-2. And that just misses.
It's getting squeezed a little bit here late.
That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Oh, looking for a swing and miss right there, or for the ump to help him out and make a call with that last pitch, but neither happened. Close pitch, but a good take to earn. That walk. If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
First offering. Runner goes. It's a pitch out. Safe at second with a stolen base. Misses again, 5 in a row. Next offering is fouled back. Whacked out to center field. That's well struck. Raging back towards the wall. And caught on the warning track. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with 1 out.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Ripped on the ground to second. He's in there. It's 5-3. Jeff Bagwell digs in now.
Get on base here and keep building off this momentum. They're getting closer, but they still got some work to do.
And that one fouled off. The tying run at the plate. Runner on the move. And it's safe. It's a stolen base. And that is cut on and missed. And it's 1-2. Ripped towards third. Tosses across the first. Bagwell out on the play. Here's Derek Jeter now with a runner in scoring position. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. Grounds one to short. Wagner sends it across to first. That ends the inning and stops things from getting out of hand.
Number 31.
Back here at Citi Field, here's the third baseman, Ernie Clement. And a foul ball. Strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. So up next, Pete Crow Armstrong. This guy with big-time power and an elite defender. That one missed.
He's an intimidating presence in the batter's box. I mean, even when he's swinging and missing, I still don't know how confident pitchers are that, hey, when he walks to the plate, this guy's an out. I know there have been some tough times, but I think each pitcher knows that, yeah, I could be the guy where he gets everything right and he hits it 500 feet.
No doubt. Acuna, the next to hit, takes ball 1.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
Two down, nobody on. Tatis makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Back here in Queens, we head to the bottom of the ninth. Here's the center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr. New pitcher coming on, the veteran, Aroldis Chapman.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1. Chapman, a 6'4 lefty, 235 pounds. He joined the team as a free agent. On the ground, right side, and that squirts through. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Tying run at the plate. Swing and a miss, and that is strike 2. On the ground left side, 6, 4, 3, and they turn the double play. So last chance for the Mets. Pudge Rodriguez up now for the Mets. He's already homered here in this one. Into center and a base hit. So he gets on base and keeps it going.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. It's hard to hit a baseball much better than that, and even a lot of professional hitters aren't able to reach an exit velo of 114 miles per hour. I'll tell you what, that's a very impressive swing at the bat.
With the tying run at the plate late here in Game 4. Next pitch downstairs, ball 1. They're down to their final strike.
It's been a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Rodriguez around second, headed for third. Lead runner gets the stop sign at third. It's a 2-out double, second and third now. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
0-1.
Strike two, and there's a real chance they get out of this without allowing a run. The Mets down to their final strike. Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Two-run game with 2 away here in the bottom of the ninth. Swing and a miss, and that's the ball game.
All this team needs is one more win, but when you're playing in the postseason, it's not just a win of a game, it's a win of an inning. It's a win of an at-bat, it's a win of a pitch count, and that's what they're going to need to do in the next game to take the series.
Here's one final look at the line score from this one, Chris.
It was a close 2-run game, and a couple of key moments just really made the difference. Not much separates these two teams.
A 5-3 final score in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.